Nigeria's commercial diving industry is pushing for a stronger place within the global offshore training and certification system. This aspiration gained momentum in Lagos on Thursday as the International Marine Contractors Association, Imca, led by its Chief Executive Officer, Iain Grainger, met regulators, operators, training institutions, and other stakeholders to examine training, safety, competence, and international recognition. For Nigeria's commercial diving industry, the conversation is moving from capacity to recognition. Nigeria already has divers, contractors, training institutions, and decades of offshore experience, but stakeholders say stronger alignment with internationally recognized training and certification standards remains critical to expanding indigenous participation in the global offshore market. The visit of Imca's leadership to Lagos brought that conversation directly to the table.
Yesterday we spent the day at the University of Lagos talking to the next generation of talent to make them aware and interested in joining the industry. The next steps for us are to now work together with the local members, the local trade associations, to identify exactly what the challenges are. And we know that one of the key challenges is in training of divers. So we want to work together with the local trade associations, the local training establishments, to understand how we can fix this problem.
With that commitment from Imca, Nigeria's Chief Inspector of Diving, Julius Ugwala, clears the air on whether Nigerian diving schools that meet the required benchmarks would be provided a pathway towards international recognition.
Although Imca accredit all these organizations, but there is no structure here that looks after this organization and give Imca feedback, in case of accident and others. So some of them just get that because it's easy for them to get job with such accreditation, but they go back to their normal practice and start doing things the old way again. I want to seize this opportunity to call on the government that please, we have a diving governing board and this should be funded properly so we can ensure compliance in Nigerian territorial water, especially the HOSH department.
The diving industry in Nigeria says it is not asking for lower standards. Stakeholders want Nigerian institutions assessed on training systems, instructors, equipment, safety procedures, competence assessment, and quality assurance, the same fundamentals that underpin credible commercial diving operations globally. For the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, worker safety remains central to this process.
We have the medical doctors who are expertise in terms of diving. We have those who are diving directly, and we have those who are chief diver inspectors in that board, including the inspectors of factories. So it is on that basis that we are looking at how we can do proper enforcement and compliance at the lower level, because safety is the responsibility of everybody, including the government, and it's a human right.
Commercial diving is one of the most specialized occupations in the offshore industry, placing divers in demanding underwater environments where competence and safety systems are non-negotiable. Beyond regulation and certification is another issue: investment. Representing the Senate President, Senator Benga Daniel said the National Assembly was interested in creating an environment in which the sector and its investors can thrive.
You may be aware that we already have a bill which we are working on, and we hope that with the quick passage of this bill, regulations of diving and the protection of professionals also can be ascertained. I'm quite satisfied with the level of attendance and the commitment of the organizers, and I'm hoping that by the special grace of God, this noble profession will take its rightful place in the Nigerian economy.
Industry stakeholders also want Nigeria to convert its existing expertise into a stronger indigenous capability. A notable stakeholder, Rear Admiral Joseph Ake, retired, says the country already has a foundation on which to build.
The diving regulation has subsections of it that said we should constitute committees or sub-bodies that ensure compliance and enforcement. Now, what the government needs to do is to properly set up those subcommittees or sub-bodies that will be empowered to go around, do audits, and do enforcement.
For Imca, however, the Nigerian conversation forms part of a wider African engagement. The association says stronger collaboration with operators, professional bodies, and training institutions across the continent will be essential to developing sustainable offshore capacity.
We did consider Nigeria for a number of reasons. First of all, we said at Imca we'll be having events every year in Africa. Also, Nigeria hosts majority of our membership in Africa. We are a Europe and Africa committee, but in Africa, most of our membership is in Nigeria. But also, the members in Nigeria reached out to Imca to say we need some support in working with the regulators to raise the safety standards.
Nigeria is already one of Africa's leading offshore oil and gas markets, with continuing demand for underwater inspection, construction, maintenance, and repair. The challenge now is to ensure that the people who perform that work and the institutions that train them can compete confidently against global benchmarks. For Nigeria's diving industry, the Imca visit may therefore represent more than an industry engagement. It could mark the beginning of a clearer pathway from local capacity to global recognition. Maritime TV Africa, Lagos.